Hi, welcome to the Webhead series. This is Yima, and I'll be literally covering topics centered around websites and the internet. My job will be to break down topics into tiny, digestible bits for very easy comprehension, especially for you newbies. So sit back, relax, and I hope that you don't just enjoy this, but you take back something to help you on your way to becoming a badass programmer someday. Now, the first thing you want to know is that as a web designer, you're not going to be stuck with only one language. You're going to use multiple languages intertwined with each other. These languages include HTML. I'm going to put that there. CSS, PHP, which often is associated with SQL, as well as JavaScript. There we go. Yeah. Now, as you might have noticed, the rest up here has acronyms by JavaScript because they are. And what we're going to be focusing on for today is HTML. So I'm just going to go off and give you the full meaning of that, which is Hypertext Markup Language. That is HTML. Yeah? Okay, good. We move. So, you should also understand that we program web pages with various text editors. And the text editor that we're going to be making use of is Notepad++. Back in the day, we made use of just Notepad because that was what was popular. Over time, we realized we had other editors and adopted using them, from Notepad++ to Dreamweaver to Sublime Text. Yeah. Okay. So, like I was saying, HTML is a standard markup language for web pages, and basically you can use it to create your own website from scratch. It's easy to learn, and you're not going to regret it when you go on this journey. Now, it doesn't matter what course you read, or it doesn't matter if you haven't even entered university. With this, you can start building up yourself so that you'd have a strong portfolio. But going forward, you might never know when it's come in handy. Whether you're trying to start up your own business or you're trying to run your own web design services. Okay, so we are going to start with certain definitions. So these guys here, they are called braces. We use these braces a lot, and you'd see how. And then you see this. This is called an element. Now combine this brace and this brace to the element, and you have what we call a tag. Now you can see that here is in all black. Yeah. So before we go on, we need to make sure that this is already going to be saved properly. And by saved properly, I mean when you're programming web pages, you have to save them in a particular format. Now for HTML files, you have to save them as HTML files. Literally, this is what I mean. You go to File, click on Save As, and then when you do that, you come down to where the file name is, and please, when you're naming a particular web page, make sure you name it aptly. Let it rhyme with whatever the content of that web page would be. Now in this case, we are going to be creating our home page, so we are going to name this page Home. Now we have to make sure that it is in the HTML format. Now after that is done, we create a folder where we can save it in. Now the reason why I'm doing this folder is because you can try to picture the folder as the website itself. Within that folder, we're going to have various web pages, pictures, if possible videos, all linked together that are going to be part of that website. Okay, so let's go forward. I'm going to create a folder in my document. New folder, and I am going to name it my website, and I'll just click enter. open it up, then I click on save. Now can you see that HTML has changed color from black to blue. Now if you look up here, you notice that the save sign is also blue in color. By the time I add another line, it has gone to red, which is basically signifying that when it's showing blue up here, it's saved, and when it's showing red, it isn't saved. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving you a general format or arrangement of a web page. Now I'm giving space because that's me. I don't like my work to look clumsy, and it's my advice that you also do the same. If you try to do it line by line, some other web designer could come and look at it and be a bit confused, if I do say so myself, because everything would look so clunky and so clumsy. So please space your work. So the next thing we'll have is the head tag. Now within the head tag, we have what we also call the title tag, and we have entered into the realm of embedded tags. What do I mean by embedded tag? It means a tag inside another tag. Now whenever you have an embedded tag, once you start closing the tags, you close the innermost tag first before you close the outermost tag. So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have to close the title. Now you can see that it appears purple once I'm inside the tag to show that it's correct. And you close with the backslash followed by what you used to open it in the first place. And then it's time to close the head. There we go. After that, we have the body. Body is where the content of your work is going to be mostly popping up. Then after that, we close the body. See, so we're correct. And then lastly, we close the HTML tag. Voila! So while we're at it, we save with Ctrl S. Now what we're going to do is we're going to find the folder called My Website under Documents. So I am very used to shortcuts. I come to Documents, and here is My Website, and here is Home. Now I am going to set my default to Firefox. So I'm going to click on choose another app. And when it pops up, I'm going to select Firefox and click always use this app to open HTML files. Good. And as you can see, the icon has changed. And there we have it. It's blank. We haven't populated it yet in any way. So whenever you populate from the back end, which is on the editor, when you come back here, no need to open a fresh page again. You simply refresh with Ctrl R, or you click up here. Okay, so we go back to the text editor, and then we add something in the body. What are we going to add? We're going to add this is my first web page. There we go. And then we're going to give our page a title, because as you noticed here at the top, there's no title. That's no content. So we're going to make sure the title appears here, so we don't have to see the directory of where we saved our file. So we come back here and we enter into title, and then I'll put something a bit more popular, like home page. There we go. And then I'm going to save, go back, reload. There we go, home page. This is my first web page. Okay, so that's just basics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a few tags real quick. So the first tag I'm going to introduce is called heading. Imagine you're copying the note and you have to put a heading before the main content of the note. That is the exact equivalent of what we're going to do here. So heading has 6 values, H1 to H6, as you can see here. Now the brilliant thing about this editor is that once you click on an alphabet, it tends to give you options, suggestions of what you might be looking for. Yeah, so you can see there's header, head, and other things. But in this case, these are the 6 things we're interested in: H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. Now, the bigger the number, the bigger the heading. The smaller the number, the smaller the heading. So we're going to make use of H1, so it will be the biggest. So what heading are we going to give? We're going to type, this is my first content. Here we go. Now we're going to close this guy. Now another thing you should know is that I could use uppercase and close it, and it would absolutely work. However, I started with lowercase, I can use small with uppercase. But the thing is, just for consistency's sake, I'm going to use lowercase. Okay, so that gives you a big heading. And then the next tag I'm going to introduce is a paragraph tag. What a paragraph tag does is that it basically shifts whatever it is you've typed a bit lower. There we have it. You've created a heading and a paragraph. Save, come back here, and watch how everything shifts lower. So congratulations, you've created first content of your first web page. So for the sake of subsequent classes, we're going to stop here. What we're going to do when we come back is to introduce you to some other tags, including formatting tags. But for now, I'm going to stop here. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click the like button too if you enjoyed this video.